I'm Emmett Rodriguez. Hi.
I'm Joshua Jung.
I'm Ty Danzel.
Okay, and these are the stepsisters. Hey, it's Josephine from The Point Shop. I'm at the new ballet school in San Jose, California, and I am with 3 dudes today. So I am fitting 3 of the guys from the new ballet school because they will be dancing the role of the stepsisters in Cinderella. So several versions of Cinderella have men dancing the role, and they will be on point. Is this your first time on point?
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. So actually, I fitted quite a few men in the past, and there are 3 reasons why men would be dancing on point. So you could be part of the Trocaderos, and it's a full ballet company of men that are on point. You could be just strengthening your feet and just kind of want to know how to partner better. So a lot of men go on point for that reason. And the 3rd reason is if you are casted in a role that you will be dancing on point for. So we're gonna be fitting these biscuits on point. This is gonna be super fun. And in general, what I notice is that men, they of course typically have longer, wider feet.
Yeah.
But also not always, but typically they have a little bit more rigid ankles than women, and they're a little bit stronger. So it is a little bit difficult to get over on top of the box, but when they do, they're quite strong, so they're less likely to get injured. Very nice, demi-plie. Nice turnout too. Okay, tendu à la seconde, your right foot. Beautiful. First position. I'm gonna give you guys pretty thin toe pads because you guys are all pretty wide, and if we go to a thicker toe pad, we might not be able to find shoes for you. This one has the thin part at the bottom and it's thicker at the top. Okay, so this is the large size.
Wonderful.
But it is just covering his toes. So yeah, in general, men don't wear point shoes, but I have fitted several dancers in them, and this is typically what it looks like because it's not really made for their size. But you have a really high profile, really flexible ankles, pretty wide metatarsals, so those are all things that I want to take into consideration. Okay. This is your first time on point?
Yeah.
Woo!
First not comfortable.
Welcome to the world of point shoes. Bring your right foot up on point. Okay, and press up on both feet. Look at that. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. Cross it into 5th position. Okay, and beret. Your left foot is a little bit wider than your right.
All right.
Unfortunately, that is the widest shoe. So what we'll try to do is go ahead and have a seat for me. And this is the thinnest toe pad. So luckily, point shoes do stretch. They get a little bit wider. So what we are going to do is, let me try switching your shoes.
All right.
Okay, and pull that on for me. Okay,
That feels better.
good. So when I'm fitting male dancers, I typically go to a slightly harder shoe just because there's more weight on top of the shoes. If you weigh more, obviously your point shoes break faster. So I try to go with a harder shoe so that they can make the point shoes last a little bit longer. Bring your right foot up on point and press up on both feet. Good. Okay, so slightly harder to get over, but cross it into 5th position and beret. Is it jamming anywhere?
It doesn't jam when I beret.
Okay, good. So this is a pretty good size for you. Because their ankles don't move the same as women, it is a little bit harder for them to kind of articulate through their feet, especially because you've never been on point before. So I'm gonna try putting a little spacer. So any little thing that I put inside the shoe is gonna make the shoe tighter. So I try not to put in too many things because we don't have a lot of space in there. And the point of this roll is not to make your feet look really pretty because it's kind of like a comical roll, right? So it's okay if it's not like the prettiest thing ever, but I'm most concerned about finding a size that fits you.
Yeah.
First position, demi-plie. Okay, good. Is that better?
Yeah.
Great. Bring your right foot up on point and press up on both. Nice. Okay, so this is a pretty good size for you. So we're gonna do this.
All right.
Is anything hurting?
No.
Better?
Yeah.
Great.
Move down 1.
Yeah, move down 1. Okay. And I'm gonna actually give you, you're a little less wide, but I feel like you're a little bit longer. Can you point and hold it for me? So this is actually more typical of what I see with men. The foot bends, but the ankle is a little less flexible, and you guys are stronger. Usually I try to find something that they can get over in, but also something that is hard enough so that they're not going to break them right away. Go ahead and have a seat for me.
Cozy.
Cozy. It's not going to be cozy when you put these on. I started out with a pretty thin toe pad, so everything's going to hurt a little bit more. They don't have really calloused feet yet because they haven't really been on point at all, so they don't have like the nice callous tough skin that women do because they're on point like 10 hours a day. So I actually fit a lot of men that are in college in point shoes because they want to work out their ankles and their feet, and they want to like gain a little bit more flexibility. And it's a pretty good way to do that because you have to use your foot muscles to go on point. You typically use different muscles on point than you do on flat, so to develop those you have to be on point. So that's something that a lot of people want to do even if they don't need to be on point for their career. Bring your right foot up on point and then press up on both. Very nice. Okay, so as you can see, he is a little bit further back because the ankle doesn't bend as much, but that's okay. That's pretty typical. The longer you stay on point, the more you will be able to stretch your ankles and build more strength in your feet, and you'll be able to get over a lot easier. Can you switch? You actually have the best shaped toes for point. Yay!
Oh, these are all flat, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Fred Flintstone feet.
Yeah.
But it's actually the best because your toes are all the same length.
So the pressure is even.
Exactly. So the
Thanks,
pressure
Mom,
is
for
even.
that.
Thanks, Mom. Can you unsickle your foot a tiny bit? Nice. Very good. So you guys all have really strong ankles. So that's the great thing. I typically don't see that as much with girls your age. Can I see the other foot? Okay, good. Your right foot's your favorite foot, isn't
Yes.
it? Everybody has a little difference between their left and their right, but you will really see the difference on point. So you'll be like, oh, I'm totally over on this foot, but totally not on the other one. So it just kind of depends. You have a bruised toenail, so I'll keep that in mind. Does it still hurt?
No.
Okay, good. Because it will on point.
Okay. No.
Everything gets enhanced on point. So everything that you've been getting away with on flat, you will not be able to get away with on
That's
point.
what you've been told. Especially me.
I know, right? Okay, so a little bit narrower, a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Okay, stand up for me.
It's
First
very
position.
wide.
Very good. Okay, very good. Yep. See how you're a little bit further over on your right than your left?
Yeah.
Yeah. And on your left, you have a slight tendency to sickle. There you go. Your teacher probably tells you that.
Constantly.
First position. Okay, parallel. We can actually go a little bit shorter. So I'm keeping all of you guys in a pretty hard shoe just because I don't want you to like break your shoes before the show. And plus we're not like showing off your feet for a stepsister roll. There we go. That's
Now
a little
he feels
better.
it.
You're like, now it hurts. It's not supposed to feel like a bedroom slipper, guys. Point shoes, see how it's rounded at the bottom? It's not flat like a ballet slipper.
Yeah.
So you're gonna feel like this.
I'm
on
already
point.
feeling like I'm doming over.
Exactly. So you have to be careful to stand as flat as you can. It's like a boat. And you're like kind of tilting back and forth. So that's going to be like a weird feeling. So it's even harder to balance when you're flat, when you're wearing point shoes.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. First position, that looks better. Do you feel flatter in that shoe?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Bring your right foot up on point, press up on both feet. All three men, they have a little bit of trouble getting all the way over on point, but it's really anatomy. I see this quite a bit with guys because their ankles don't bend like women, well, typically women's do. So it's a little bit harder. Plus, it's kind of harder to find sizes for guys. We're like playing at the upper echelons of like all of the sizes right now, and it's like still barely fitting. So we're definitely struggling a little bit with the width at least. But I did find some shoes for these guys. What I would suggest to work on is trying to stretch the top of your ankles and really work with the point shoes so you can build those muscles that you can use to do other things. Like it'll help you with all of your jumps, it's going to help you with partnering, it's going to help you with a lot of things that you do outside of just points. So I think it'll be a really cool experience for you guys. I'm super excited for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for letting me fit you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.